Harry faces final humiliation as Palace plans to remove his key role and gives it to Princess Anne. The Palace is allegedly planning to remove Prince Harry and Prince Andrew as Counsellors of State. Prince Harry and Prince Andrew already lost their royal patronages and military affiliations. However, the Palace is also planning to remove them as Counsellors of State, according to Richard Eden. Both Prince Harry and Prince Andrew are no longer working royals after they stepped down from their duties for different reasons. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex decided to leave the UK. Even if they were stripped of their royal patronages and military affiliations, both still hold a key role in the monarchy. They remain Counsellors of State. However, according to Eden, they might lose the said role too. The Queen's former press secretary, Dickie Arbiter, took to Twitter to highlight the current situation concerning the councillors. He tweeted, "The Regency Act 1937 established the office of Counsellor of State, the acts themselves being acts of the United Kingdom Parliament. The Regency Act 1953 restored the Queen Mother's eligibility as a Counsellor of State, which she lost on the death of George VI. Prince Harry resigned as a working member of the royal family in January 2020, since when he's been living in the USA. Question: is there any reason why Parliament cannot introduce a Regency Act 2022 removing Princes Harry and Andrew and reinstating Princess Anne and Prince Edward, who ceased to be Counsellors of State in 2003 and 2005 respectively? Continuity is the watchword. Richard Palmer, the Daily Express royal correspondent, replied to Mr. Arbiter saying royal sources have argued bringing on a new Regency Act would be a waste of parliamentary time and isn't needed because the Queen doesn't travel abroad anymore. Many social media users agreed with the prospect of seeing Parliament finding time to discuss this issue and nominate new councillors. One, called at the Royal Crabbit, wrote, "Agreeing with you both completely. As for parliamentary time used, I say bring it. I think there'd be plenty of support to remove the two and reinstate Anne and Edward." Another, at Jenny Morewine, wrote, "Understand the Parliament time waste issues, but that was a good reason a few years ago. Now is the time to make the effort and change the councillors as preparation for future king." A third, at Goth Loretta, also said, "There's a very good argument right now to get things sorted in an official capacity and soon as." Others spoke in favour of seeing Princess Anne and Prince Edward taking on once again the roles of councillors after losing them, in accordance with the law, in favour of Prince Harry and Prince William following their 21st birthdays. Twitter user at Judy1963 wrote, "I would prefer Anne and Edward to be reinstated as Ks. Both are level-headed and have been great support to the Queen, even more so during this past 2 years. We need to know that if any should happen, especially with COVID, that our country is in safe hands." And at Tilly5001 said, "Princess Anne and Prince Edward should take on the roles again. Andrew and Henry are no longer working royals representing Her Majesty." Buckingham Palace declined to comment. However, an unnamed source said it would be difficult to remove the two dukes for the role because an Act of Parliament is needed to do so. There could be events later this year which make such a change necessary, the source who declined to elaborate added. The Counsellors of State are the 4 adults next to succession, provided that they are 21 years and older. There are 4 Counsellors of State: Prince Charles, Prince William, Prince Harry, and Prince Andrew. Its history was provided in 1937 under the terms of the Regency Act. The Office of Counsellors of State was created to cover short-term absences so that regency would be unnecessary. The Counsellors of State are authorized to carry out most of the official duties of the sovereign. They could attend Privy Council meetings, sign routine documents and receive the credentials of new ambassadors to the United Kingdom.